Alright, welcome back everyone. This is MoXoM. This is the beginning of the 6th video, and there's a couple things I want to adjust before I turn on the case, and then we're going to make some sounds, and I'll explain everything that we hooked up. So, the last thing that we had done on the last video, not the last thing, but on the last video, I avoided using a multiple for the trigger of this ADSR. Instead, I used the output, resending this clock from the sequencer to this clock for the arpeggiator, and then out. I don't want to do that. I want to split it and not just chain it through here, because it didn't give me good results. It's just I wasn't able to do long envelopes with it, and that's what I wanted. Oops, actually we're down here. Anyway. But so I'm gonna actually go to a splitter with that. So I'm gonna take the clock that was running into the arpeggiator. It's not a very long cable. That'll work. So now we'll take another wire and I'm just going to go to the output to that. Hey. Okay, and then this will go to the clock input. Okay, so the point of doing that was now for the arpeggio channel, I can use the sequencer and I can send a sequence to it, and every time I send a trigger to it, it advances this one step. But if I split that trigger first and then send it to the arpeggiator clock, I can run off again and go into the envelope for it. So that's all I wanted to do. And real quick, I also want to hook up the rest of these multis here. So okay, actually I'm going to move these. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move these two. Okay, it doesn't matter which ones I use, but I wanted to be closer here so I can connect these easier. Okay, now I've got 1, 2, 3 oscillators that I'm putting into these multis, and only for now I'm going to connect them to oscillator 1 wave morph, I guess we'll call it. So we'll do that for the first oscillator. It's actually going to be the X1 mod. Okay, so we'll get into how this thing works, and we'll just refer to that as we're going to automate the X1 modulator. The second one's going to go to the second oscillator, and the third to the third oscillator of the E370. So I've got 3 wires that I want to use, cables that are the right size for this, and that goes into control voltage X1. So we'll explore later what we're going to do with that. For now, I definitely want to send my extra Volterra channel 1. I want to send that to the Lifeforms Pittsburgh modular control voltage input. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use the Pamela's new workout. So I'll use the Pam's new workout if I want a control voltage that's just continually moving. And I'll use the Volterra if I want to automate one in a more stepped sequence kind of way. And we'll have a listen to the differences between that once we power up. Did I go straight to that? What I meant to do is split that first. I'm gonna split this Volterra first. That's why I took where I had output and just put it into the output of this multi, and then we'll do that. Now, if I get more cables, I can send more things around. There'll be duplicate things, but it should still be real cool used well. I'll go ahead and just connect the second Volterra channel to a multi, and a third also to a multi. Okay, and I want to go to the control voltage input on the Eurorack Case filter. I'm going to come out the bottom here, and it's going to let me come up over. Okay, and then that's not so much stress on that. Cool, control voltage for the filter. What else could we control? Control. There's another thing I totally forgot to do. I forgot to hook up the plasma drive, but I think I'm going to hook it up using the auxiliaries on the auxiliary input and output. So I'm going to hook that up right now. Where do you go from? Okay, that's going to be effects bus 1 output. Okay, and I'm going to put in the input of the plasma drive, which is a distortion. So any of these tracks at any time, I can rip it through the distortion. Okay, for the output, it's going to come in really hot. So I'm going to use an attenuator on the output of this because it adds a lot of distortion, and I'm going to run it through an attenuator so that I can manually turn it back down. Otherwise, when I bring the effect in, it'll be overpowering. I ran it over this way because I only have long cables left and really short cables left. And I only had a short distance to go, so that's why I took up some extra space. We want to go to attenuator in. Okay, the output comes back into the return here for the effect bus in the PM mixer. Boy. So what I want, come around here. And we want the attenuator 1 output. Okay. Now, I thought of something I wanted to attenuate. What do you think? We could attenuate the volume of this coming back in. We could attenuate that. Okay, we're gonna take the third Volterra track and we'll send it to the control voltage for attenuator 1. And that'll kind of, we can kind of try a tremolo kind of effect with a distorted bass. That might be cool. So attenuator 1, control voltage input. All right, I should have wrote that down because I won't remember it, but okay. For now, I think that's everything. That's everything I wanted to do. So now that I'm finished with this, I'm just going to, I'm going to kind of gently tuck things back into a nice way and tuck them into place. And I might zip tie a couple of them, and then I'll put the face plates in the way. So, and I'll push everything where it goes, and then we're gonna turn it on. So I'll probably just make this fast video. See what time is, 15 minutes left. everything's locked in. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. So we'll cut this short. So that's finishing up wiring it up. So in this video, we basically fixed the trigger gate that we were sending from the trigger sequencer to the fourth oscillator's ADSR, and then we basically hooked up the effect number 1 for the PM mixer, and we connected some of the automation stuff into the multi. So in the next video, we'll turn the case on, and we'll start going through the sounds, the samplers, the synths, the sequencer. I'll just do a rundown of everything. I'll just keep going. So, all right, thanks everyone. I'm really glad that I have the ability to do this and the opportunity. And yeah, with that, have a good day.